Hello guys, and welcome to a new video posted on my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the Multi-Minigame Championship, the next tournament I am doing. This was announced at the very end of the last tournament, the BMGC Blitz Duos, and then they had the announcement teaser at the start of August, and here is your information video. So in this video I'm going to be talking about everything that you want to know about the tournament, all the information about when it happens, all the rules, and all the information, but just basically everything you really need to know. Let's not waste any more time and let's get started. So, the Multi-Minigame Championship is a Minecraft Legacy tournament on PlayStation. That is going to be starting around the end of October, around the end of this month. And it will include Battle Minigame, Tumble, and Glide. And there will be a few rounds of each game, every match, and you get points, and the person at the end of the tournament with the most points is the winner. So I've done 5 Battle Minigame tournaments before, but I thought I'd spice it up a bit and do something different. So I'm including Tumble and Glide, which are the other 2 Legacy minigames. So now we have Battle, Tumble, and Glide all together. And so in this tournament, if you want to join it, then you would either need to message me on PlayStation. My username is Moncomedia, or you can comment down below. But if you are commenting down below, just make sure you include your username. If I don't know who you are, obviously there's some people who I know clearly and whose usernames are actually in their YouTube title, but there's probably some of you who I don't know. You probably know that as well. So if you comment down below saying you want to be in the tournament, just include your username on PlayStation, or message me as well. I don't know, whatever's easiest, and just so I know, because I need to know if you're going to join the tournament. Because all the people in the tournament I'm going to be adding to a PlayStation group chat. Because that's where I'm going to reveal some more information and times about when the matches happen and stuff like that. So yeah, that PlayStation group chat is something needed. So I need to know who's joining the tournament so I can add you to it. Also, if you're joining the tournament, I need to know what Minecraft block you want to represent you and your points. So for the past 3 Blitz tournaments, each person or team has had a block to represent themselves and their points, so you will need to do that again. So for example, Mike Knight 21 always does a yellow concrete block. So you can either choose a concrete block, or you can choose just any block basically, as long as it's a full block that is like 100% like a full cube, and it cannot be see-through. So it can't be glass, leaves, a monster spawner. It can't be stuff like that. Just a full block. Just make sure as well, try not to choose a block that someone else has already chosen. So if you wanted to, for example, choose a bedrock block for your block, your block, but you see a comment saying someone else already wants it, it is first come first served. So the first person to say they want that block, they will get that block. So yeah, that's why you got to be as quick as you can, I guess, if you really want a specific block. So the tournament will either be 5 matches over 5 weeks or 10 matches over 10 weeks. So the past 3 Blitz tournaments I've done, so Blitz Season 1, 2, and Blitz Duos, I've always done 10 matches over 10 weeks. So one every week on the weekend. However, I don't actually know if this tournament is going to have a lot of players like the past few ones I've had. So what I'm going to do is, if the tournament hasn't got many people that actually are going to join, so anywhere between like around 8 or below, then I will not have it be 10 weeks. I'm only going to have it be 5 weeks. However, if there's a lot of people, so at least 10 people probably, who want to join, then I will make it 10 weeks instead. And also, it is a solo tournament, it is not a team tournament. So the past tournament I did was for the first team one I did, which was Blitz Duos. This is a solo tournament this time, the exact days of the matches every week will be very different. So the past few Blitz tournaments I've done, they've always been on like the same day at the same time. It will not be like that this time because of my job and my rota. So the exact days of the matches every week will depend on whether I work on Saturdays or Sundays at a time where I'd want to host. So actually now the matches might still be on Saturdays, and they more likely probably will be, but there might be some days where they'll be hosted on a Sunday instead. But and that time would be around 6 to 8 p.m. UK time. It all depends on if I'm free. But if I'm busy both Saturday and Sunday for a week, then I cannot host that week, and it will either be next week or whenever I'm next free that I'll host. If I'm free for one of the days, then it will be that day where I host, whether that's a Saturday or a Sunday. And if I'm free both of the days of the weekend, then I will host on the Saturday and not the Sunday, because I think Saturday's a better day to host. So yeah, and the target time that I would like to start every match would be around 7 p.m. UK time. So yeah, 7 p.m. UK time is the time. The past two I've done, I've started at 6 p.m. The reason why I want to start it an hour later is because I have a feeling more American time zone people join the tournament, and they're 6 hours behind at around that time. And I just feel like, and I know there's people also who live in like Saudi Arabia and those kind of countries in the Middle East that are way ahead. So I feel like doing 7 p.m. an hour later kind of balances that at least a little bit. So that's the target time I want to start. However, if I were to work that day at that time but be free an hour later around 8 p.m, then I'll start it at that time instead. It all depends on my work rota. However, all the information on when matches will happen and the times and everything I will say in the PlayStation group chat, so don't worry about missing out on information. As long as you keep an eye out in that group chat, I will tell everyone the plan for the matches and the times, and that should be about a week before every match is when I can say my rota, because I get my rota around a week before that weekend comes up. So yeah, and if you're unable to join for one of the matches for that time, if it doesn't match up with your time, there's absolutely nothing I can do, and I can't say actually no, I'm not going to do it for this person, because that just would be wrong, and I'm just going to do it when I'm free, obviously, unless there's a lot of people who can't. But I'm not going to single out one person if they can't do it, because you're not special. Now, Tumble lobbies only can host 8 people, so that's obviously a big problem. So what I can either do is, I've got two choices really, unless you can think of a third choice, but the first choice is I can host one and then I get someone else to host one. Now, I was actually in talks with someone who was going to do a co-host for the tournament. I don't know if I'm still going to do that, but I'll see about that after this information videos. I'm going to do a lot of talking with people about how it's going to work and stuff, but yeah. So that's option one. So it can be, option one is I will host one and I get someone else to host one, and we do 2 different groups of people. Or I can host 2 sessions, one after the other, and each session has different groups of people. So for example, let's say there were 6 people playing that day, and I would do 2 sessions. One session would be with Mike Knight 21, Witherstorm and Ductendo, and the other session would include Donkey Kong, La Papa and Clem, TH Clem, for example. So yeah, so that's option 1 and 2. And if I were to do the 2 sessions with different groups of people every week, the groups of people in the round for every match will be randomised. And same if it was someone else hosting, the people in each group would be randomised. So let me know, guys, if you prefer option 1 or 2, or if you have a better option, then comment down below and I will hear you out and see if it's a good idea. So yeah, now the trailer. Now every single tournament, as you all know, I do a trailer for the tournament to hype it up, and although we already had a small 30-second teaser for this tournament, as I said earlier that I posted at the start of August, I would like to make a full trailer for the Multi-Minigame Championship, because it's a whole new tournament with new games and stuff, and it's just, I really love making these trailers. They're some of the best videos on my channel, and yeah, I really want to do another one, so I'll work on that within the next few weeks before the tournament starts, and if anyone is willing to help me, with the trailer, because I definitely do. I can't do it alone. I need people to actually play the people in the trailer. And so if you're willing to help, then message me or comment down below, and we'll set up some sessions where we do some recordings for the trailer, and you will be credited at the end of the trailer in the video, and you wouldn't get any benefits or anything in the tournament. But yeah, that would be very, very good. I think I already know some people who would help me, but there might be some shots where I'd want a lot of people. So yeah, if you want to help with that, that's great. Just let me know. The tournament will probably start around the end of the month, like I said earlier. So yeah, I know it's in October and I'm doing it at the end of the month, so that's quite annoying, but I still need some time to sort out some of the points and stuff. So like for the points, oh yeah, point system, here we go. I missed that whole paragraph of my my script. Well, not my script, but you know. Anyway, so yeah, the point system, this is very important as well. So the points for the battle games will be the exact same point system I used for the Blitz Season 1 and 2 tournaments, where so the exact same as that. It was 20 points for a kill, top 3 gets placement points, and then inflicted damage. However, I'm actually adding something with that. So instead of the placement points only being for the top 3, you now also get points for being in the top 5. So that now includes getting points for being in 4th and 5th place. I feel like this was good because there's lots of times where people get like no points or hardly any points. When I feel like, especially if we get like really large lobbies, like I know we could sometimes get like around max play lobbies like 16 max and then probably around 10 or 12. Only getting in top 3 is really hard, so I feel like top 5 is, I don't know, just makes it a bit more fun, and so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So now it's top 5 placement, not just top 3. And then the top 5 point placement will be the exact same for Tumble and Glide. However, this is something that's very important, and that is that in Battle Minigame, in my tournament, you can get points in 2 other ways, as you may know. So those are for getting kills and for getting more inflicted damage than received damage. Now, I want there to also be other ways that you can get points in Tumble and Glide, like probably just 2 other ways for each one, just like Battle. However, I'm not exactly sure what to do yet for that, so I really, really want some ideas. So like I said, so for Battle Minigame you get points for top 5 placement, which is the same for Tumble and Glide, and then you get points for kills and for inflicted damage. Now obviously there's no kills or damage in Tumble and Glide, so I really, really need some ideas for how you can get more points in Tumble and Glide. So maybe it's about winning in Tumble if you're on a top layer, or on Glide maybe you have to do it within a certain time. I don't know. I really would like some ideas. And also I forgot to mention as well, for Tumble it will only be shovels. It will not be snowballs, levitation potions, or fireworks. It will only be shovels. Now I'm doing this because fireworks is really based on lag, although I know people do like fireworks, so I'm not doing fireworks because of the lag. Levitation potions suck. Snowballs I was close to doing, but that is also a bit laggy, and that's just a spam fest, and I feel like that wouldn't, and that's not really as skillful. So I'm going to do shovels because it's a lot more skillful. You have to really think about what you're doing and your movement and stuff. And plus anyway, when it comes to Showdown, you get snowballs anyway, which I like. But in terms of how many layers there are and how big they are, I don't know yet. I need to have a think and talk with people about that. But if you have any ideas for what exact Tumble settings I should do, then let me know. But I'll have a think about that. And then for Glide, so all the Glide maps will be in this, but I might change this, I'm not too sure yet, but as of right now I'm pretty sure, but like I said, this could change, that every match will only include 1 round of Glide, which is like, well, 1 round is actually 3 mini rounds, and then every match will be a different map every week, because there are over 10 Glide maps actually. I think there's 12, I might be wrong, but I think there's 12 Glide maps, which means we actually wouldn't be able to do all of them, unless I do 2 rounds of Glide. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do 3 battle rounds, probably 1 tumble round, or maybe 2, I don't know, and then either 1 or 2 glide rounds. I probably will just do 1, because 1 glide round is 3 mini rounds, which is a top 5 placement in each of those mini rounds, when battle is 3 rounds, the top 5 placement in each of that as well. So like 3 top 5 placements in battle, then 3 top 5 placements in glide if that was 1 round. So I probably will just do 1 round. And also, it is only time attack. There is no score attack in this tournament. We are only doing time attack, so you've got to be the fastest to do the glide course. I will be buying all the glide maps, and I will do some I will host some glide practice sessions, which I will live stream before the tournament starts, because I know some people don't have much experience on the paid glide maps. So don't worry, I will host some practice sessions for you all to join before the tournament starts, so you can get some practice on those maps. Because I know there are some people who have already got the maps, who have a lot more knowledge of routes and stuff on that, so it wouldn't really be fair. But yeah, like I said, I will do some practice sessions for those who don't really know, so don't worry about that. So yeah, like I said, give me ideas for point systems for tumble and glide, how many layers and all the settings for tumble I should do, and then yeah, and in that group chat, I will announce like when I'm doing the practice sessions and stuff. I did a mini battle tournament about a month ago. I might do I don't know if I'll do I don't think I'll do another mini tournament as a practice. I think I'll just do hosting sessions. So I'll definitely host 1 full glide session, or maybe multiple, and then I'll probably also host a tumble practice session and a battle practice session, or just like 1 or 2 sessions of all 3. I don't know yet. I'll see how I feel. But I am working 5 days a week. I am busy. So yeah. So yeah, like I said earlier, the tournament will probably start around the end of the month. So I really hope you're all excited. I really am. And do not forget that if you want to join the tournament, then either comment down below, or message me your PlayStation and tell me what block you want to be represented for your points. And if you have any questions about the tournament, do not hesitate to ask. I really would love to hear your questions and ideas and stuff in the tournament. Just let me know. Just comment down below your questions or message me. So yeah, I think that might be everything. If I missed anything, then like I said, just ask and I will let you know. If I missed anything major, then I will probably put it in a pinned comment, so just check that if I have anything there. I might not. But anyway, that is everything about the Multi-Minigame Championship starting at the end of this month. So I really hope you guys are excited, and I hope you guys are knowledgeable now about how the tournament is going to work and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and yeah, we will see you all when the Multi-Minigame Championship starts. So bye guys.